and clean a little bit here. Because I'm really tired. Oh, hey, I got permission to take my waifu to work tomorrow. How's that? I'm going to get to take my waifu to work tomorrow. Yay. 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 My waifu is going to work tomorrow. So I'm just cleaning up my apartment here. Because I'm probably only going to be able to do half an hour. I'll probably do longer. So I keep trying to do these broadcasts at 4 p.m. every day. Tomorrow on Fridays might be hard because I've got stuff I gotta do, grocery shopping and blah blah blah. You know, all that stuff. Had this bucket here soaking in water and laundry detergent while I was at work. It was soaking for a few hours. Hi there. Oh, I got just chat. You may have put something there. Let me see if I can just chat. There we go. Hit on top chat. Now it's on live chat. So now everybody should be able to go. Just cleaning everything here. Sorry, I'm just so tired. Drinking coffee. I gotta drink some water, honestly. That's all I really gotta do. No soda. It's really. That really messes with you. It's how bad soda gets you. You get addicted and everything. It could be on just lack of calories. That's probably a big thing. Low on calories. Let me get some calories. Get some food cooking, you know. Cleaning up. Yeah. I think that's a big reason why I'm so tired lately. It's just because of how few calories I eat. Like today, I was moving it to the bus. I was able to get there faster. I was able to move faster, you know. And that's probably the biggest problem I've been having, you know, being so tired, just not having calories. You know. That I don't know. I don't know that. Like I said, I don't really know any languages other than English, so I would have to start at a very elementary level. Yeah, you'd have to tell me, you know, translate, give me grammar, all that, you know. I should say interpret. Actually, it would be translate because it's text to text, so it'd be translate. But yeah, I don't really. I know that first character is I'm pretty sure. But man, am I tired? Okay, so is that Japanese there? No, I'm not saying that. I kind of have an idea of what that means, so no. I'm not gonna do it. I gotta say that. Just making stuff here. No, I'm not saying that. Hopefully I didn't break this cooker this morning because I stepped on a bunch of stuff. We'll make sure it's okay. Make sure. I was starting to feel like I'm going to pass out. I'm so tired. No, I do not. I don't know what that means. I'm going to stay here for as long as I can. Get some coffee and some water and all that. Keep staying awake as best I can. Get some plenty of water here. A lot of water. Look at him. Yeah, I know what that means too. That was intention muyo. GXP. I know what that word means. Sorry, I'm so tired trying to figure out where to go. Where I ran with stuff here and there. Yeah, I know what that means. Sometimes, but not much, because I don't have enough money. Let me get some coffee on. Helps a little. I'm gonna go ahead and do some stuff I need to do here. I think of what to do here. Gotta get some stuff planted, of course. Seeds planted. Yeah, plan together what to do. Gotta plant some seeds. This'll work. Basically, you just need something to hold it together in case it, overspills. It's just a container, sort of thing, like a base. Okay, right now I'm thinking what I need to do. Okay, I got an idea. Back on track. Put all that there. Hey, Tay Weezy. Actually, I remember I was I don't know how early on I subscribed to you, but yeah, I was actually one of your subscribers, early subscribers. You know. Trying to, like I said, get through the day. It's really tired. That's not enough stuff. I need a bigger container than that. Hey, let me know. I got some Dollar Tree stuff, but let me know. I'll get some stuff together from the Dollar Tree. No, I'm not gonna say that. I don't trust you now. Hey, I'm looking at different phone plans to upgrade with, right? Basically, different phone plans I can upgrade with, you know. What time is it? It's too late to go downstairs and get the coffee. So I'm basically looking at random stuff around at the Dollar Tree and whatnot. That sort of different stuff you can get. Also, there comes like the Goodwill, you know, all that. So that's flooding it right now, which I just planted purslane, right? Purslane is nothing really good. It's nothing. Purslane itself doesn't exactly have a lot in the way of nutrients, right? Hey, Zenzen. Okay, I'm gonna work. So, okay, cheap stuff. This will work. Basically, what I'm doing with this is I'm making a reflective surface, right? To help get as much in the way of reflection for my plants as possible. Because I don't have a very good sun source here. You know, I'm gonna do what I can though. And because I live in a colder area and this is near a drafty window, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up in kind of cellophane, right? Cellophane wrap. Oh no, my bully started possibly since kindergarten. Probably since kindergarten. Let me find something wrap. So I started looking into like making heaters and stuff, like cooking element kind of things. I've got something wrapper. I think the brand name's like Saran Wrap or something. It's cellophane wrap, like cellophane tape, basically. My boy started. I don't know when they started, honestly, but real early on in my life. Oh yeah, but anyway, I looked at like making little cooking stoves and whatnot, with homemade batteries and different materials. Now, when I look at the stuff, right? Oh, real good. This right here, Dollar Tree, $1.25 for some medical grade gloves. They're only 10, big thing for prepping and whatnot. $1.25. Yeah, I'm gonna actually get my shaver thing, just take it all off, and hopefully I can find someone on Saturday or Sunday to just wax it off. I don't have a wax kit, but I'm just gonna take some rat traps, blue rat traps, and hopefully they can go. That's a joke. I've talked about doing it for so long. You get someone to do it with me. Oh, by the way, I have a tumor on my head. Did you know that? I have a skin tumor on my head. But yeah, I have a tumor on my head. Yeah, I have a miserable life. You know what kind of tumor it is? It's a mole. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, but you know those things commonly referred to as a mole? It's technically a tumor. It's called a benign tumor. There's a big difference. So when you see tumors, it's kind of like abnormal cell development. Basically, it's a localized spot where there's cell abnormalities, and kind of creates a weird growth, something that shouldn't be there. That's how it basically works, right? So it kind of puts the cell growth there. So it's basically it's a cell growth, and it's just kind of a bulge. You know, you get them in different places. They're called tumors. The thing is, there's two basic types of tumors. You can look on how to be on the lookout for different ones, right? There is benign and malignant. Now, moles are considered benign. Okay, moles are benign, because what they are is they get to a certain size, but then they stop growing. So because they stop growing, they're benign, because it's like, well, they're there, but they're not going to really do anything. So, you know, that's not the thing. People get benign skin tumors from time to time. It's completely new, or not from time to time, but it's pretty common for people to have some benign tumor. It's nothing to worry about. What you want to worry about is a malignant tumor. Yeah. Which disease? But yeah, what you want to worry about is a malignant tumor. That's bad. We don't have cellophane wrap around. Oh well. I'll find something. Big deal. But they say in the army, adapt and overcome. Although that's what a guy I used to know, used to be around a lot, said. Yeah, which disease, by the way, about the army saying adapt and overcome. He said they may not say that exactly. That's a poncho. I do not want to tear that up. That's an emergency poncho. Don't want to do that exactly. They don't say that exactly, maybe, but that's kind of a general mentality they have a lot of the time. It's a lot of stuff you can do is be like, well, I know you're supposed to do this, but let's see what I can do. Let's see if I can get it to work some way it's not really meant to, you know. What can I do to make it work that I'm not really supposed to do, you know? That kind of thing. I mean, legally, yeah. There's a lot of good days and bad, you know? It's kind of like, well, good days, I can sort of adapt better and be like, okay, I know what's going on, right? Bad days, it's more along the lines of, I don't really understand why you're that way, you know? Yeah, it's kind of good days, regardless of something don't work. Good days, I really get what's going on with people. Bad days, I really don't have any idea, you know? Put you here. So what I'm doing right now is basically part of it's because I live a cold area right here. This is not a poncho. This is a trash bag. So I'm gonna go ahead and tear up a vent for this. This will work. And I'm gonna be making a makeshift cover for this and basically turning it into a greenhouse for now, right? And it will basically, yeah, just serve to make things work. I am not having luck with this. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this whole thing in there. No, because I need light. Well, hopefully it'll be enough light if I put this in here. Let's go. You know, we'll find out. Hopefully it'll still get enough light. So this isn't gonna be super tight of a seal, but should, emphasis on should, help conserve some energy in there as far as heat, help it kind of germinate in there. I'm just tired. I do not know the 5 C's. That's why I'm not smelling anything cooking. I didn't put it in there. So anyway, I was talking about heaters, right? Heaters and cooking elements, right? From Homemade Battery. Cooking elements. Well, if you look into a lot of it, it's using paper, right? Use paper and cardboard and whatnot as for the battery, right? To separate the different cells, right? And of course, that's very flammable. You know, paper, cardboard, they're very flammable, right? So I started looking into it, and it's kind of like, well, so that's very flammable and whatnot. So, but if you look at it, paper, it depends on the paper, right? The type of paper, but it tends to burn at a temperature of roughly 451 degrees Fahrenheit. You know, that's like the book, you know, Fahrenheit 451. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. The reason why it's called Fahrenheit 451 is because in it, one of the main characters, his job was a firefighter. Only thing is, in that day and age, firefighters weren't supposed to put out fires. They were supposed to start fires and burn books, you know? Sorry. So they were supposed to burn books. So it's called Fahrenheit 451 because paper, like kind of you find in books, most of them burn at 451 degrees Fahrenheit. You know? That becomes like flash paper. That stuff burns super fast and easy, but it's meant to. So there are different types. But my idea for the battery is to keep it low temperature, because water only needs to burn at 200, only needs to heat to 212 degrees Fahrenheit to boil, right? And when it comes to boiling water for survival, right? It comes to boiling water for survival, you usually don't have to get it at rolling boil, apparently. Typically, just boiling a little even will be enough to start killing stuff. Even a little bit is usually enough to start killing stuff, which is what you want, right? So, yeah, it's usually enough to start killing stuff. Just trying to get... But I think there's like 10 minutes for most of the stuff. The real big problem is when you get to prions. Prions are bad. They're protein infectious particles. I don't know what's wrong with her. I heard 7 or 8, but yeah, she's just, I don't know what's wrong with her. I was with her on Sunday, and she was trying to get her best to get a reaction on me, trying to gain reactions on my father. She was trying to get me to side with her against my father and all that. Honestly, I would, if I could take care of myself, which honestly I wish I could. Maybe that's a goal for me to do better, right? I wish I could take care of my father. Honestly, I think if I were with him, he would actually do better. You know? I think if I lived with him, if he lived with me, I could treat him, I can help him advance. You know, and my mother stares into him. But, yeah. I just can't take care of myself right now. You know, something that actually might help me sleep, which I think I should try to do now from now on, is actually sleep in my closet. I used to do that as a teenager, you know? Yeah, I used to sleep in the closet. And it was better for me, you know? It just was. So, yeah, I know. I'm working on it, though. A lot of it is just being like, I don't know where to start, and also I don't see it, although as of late, a big difference is I'm seeing it more, you know? Big difference is I'm seeing it more, right? So I'm noticing it. It's a big difference. A lot of it is, you know, I don't really know where to start. That's why I'm doing these live streams now, so you guys are like, oh, so he is cleaning up after himself. And also because when I do these live streams, it reminds me to actually clean up after myself, you know? So it's like these live streams, right? So it shows I am working on it. And also it reminds me, okay, so I've got this live stream today. I'm planning to clean, right? So, you know, through this live streams, I'm cleaning because, like I said, you know, I'm showing you I'm cleaning, and it's also reminding me to clean at least during the live streams, you know? So, kind of a win-win, which is a big reason why I want to get people to subscribe to my Rumble if all possible, because then I can live stream and make money. You know? Yeah. Yeah, there's not enough for that. That's the problem. I don't have a washing machine. I I do have a washing machine, but it's all clogged up and everything. So this is just, a whole bunch of stuff, really. Honestly, before I can really get to the hamper, I had some clothes trying to soak in my tub because I was like, oh, I'm going to clean them up faster. And it's like, oh, they just keep soaking and soaking. So right now I'm going to go ahead and fill this up, soak some more. And, but yeah, like I said, this is just a reminder while I'm doing the from 4 to 6, roughly I'm going to be cleaning, Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Barney. Back when I was a kid, Barney, Yeah, it's a lot of suffering, so I'm going to see what I can do to make my life better. Hey, I get to take my waifu to work tomorrow. My not coworker, I was going to say manager, my store manager, said I get to take my waifu to work tomorrow. Sure. Crack-a-lack and all that. Would you guys, how you guys feel about me growing stuff from the grocery store? Like, you see all these channels, right, about food and get at the grocery store, right? What do you guys think about me getting stuff at the grocery store and this food you're supposed to regrow and just show in the live streams how I'm doing and regrowing them? What do you think of that? That's something I can use. Soap, bar soap thing container. So this right here is liquid swear word for your rear, right? This stuff. Basically, you can get a website called vat19.com, has much larger quality, right? Much larger quantity, much bigger size. It's military grade malodorant. Okay. So it's kind of like one of those things you can call a less lethal weapon, right? Because it depends on the situation, of course. No, I don't really watch them. It really depends on the situation. But if you're able to spray that on someone's face, like if they're being real menacing, right? They're coming at you. It depends what they're on, because if someone's on something that really messes with their senses, they may not be able to smell it. So might not be the best, but even though it's not necessarily the best, it can be justifiable force depending on what's going on, because it's possible someone has an allergic reaction, right? But at the same time, so it could be kind of like battery in a way, So, yeah, because basically in self-defense, it has to be legitimate amount of force, because it's like if someone's coming at you and whatnot. Kind of like mace, mace is very bad. It's like, especially the jelly just gets stuck in there. You don't want to mess with it, So mace is really bad. This stuff, unless you get in their eye, because it's not really meant for the eye, it's more just it's a thing for a prank. It's much better. In that sense, of course, someone can always have an allergic reaction to it, so you have to be careful and be like it warrants that kind of force. It's more of a deterrent, really. You know, it's like you spray that at someone, and it should hopefully be bad enough that they're gonna try and go, and it gives you a chance to get away. Because typically, self-defense has to be warranted as legitimate, amount of force, because like it has to be an ongoing threat, which is basically someone hits you with something and then leaves. You're not allowed to pursue because at least use force to pursue. You can still follow them. That's potentially to help find. Sometimes you can help follow them to help get the police there to figure out where they are, but you can't put their hands on them, right? Because it's basically however much you need to get away. If they start leaving, that's no longer an ongoing threat. So if they leave, you have to let them go, usually. Now, if they keep coming at you, if they're coming at you to put your hands on, you're perfectly allowed to just push them off, So if someone's coming at you really hard, right, it just getting really way too close and you keep telling them, back up, and you're trying to get away, you're trying to get away, and they keep coming closer. You're allowed to, push them off a little bit. It's just a matter of, do you feel like there could possibly be a threat? Do you think there's a legitimate amount of force? And typically, a little push, is like you're just trying to cause distance. It's not like you're really trying to hurt them all out, So sometimes a little push to get them to back off is legitimate, is warranted. It's like if you're at fast food or whatever, and someone throws something at you, you can try to be a deterrent. Potentially, depending on what's going on, if they keep doing it, you can sometimes throw something back. But if they throw something and then stop, right? Or if they throw something and leave, you're not allowed to fight back with them because then you're committing battery, So I don't think Fridays I can really do the 4. Now I think about it, I can't really do the 4 to whatever. So I think Fridays, because I'm going to go ahead and do some extra stuff. I think Friday I will actually work on going to a laundromat to help get some of the stuff taken care of faster, some of these clothes and whatnot, right? Get them taken care of faster. So Fridays for now, I might not be able to do a live stream from 4 to 6 just because I'm going to take that time to go ahead and get more laundry done, get done faster, So I guess I'm not really gonna do it then. Although I could potentially. It's like, Actually, what is today? Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday. Okay, good. We're good. Thursday. So tomorrow I probably So tomorrow I probably will be able to do a live stream because I haven't started yet. But going forward, Fridays, I might not be able to, you know. So let's clean everything up here. So as you can see, I'm wandering around a lot because it's just all this stuff is distracting me. It's a big problem because I'm seeing all this distraction. So I guess I'll go ahead and start trying to put some of these cans of stuff away, right? Pick up random things around here. Sorry, tired. Okay, so let's pick up random things in the apartment. Okay, let's get going, guys. Okay. Sure, we're looking for random stuff to grow in. Okay, so I know I'm okay, back on track. So this right here, I'm really gonna try and clean it out as best I can. It's not like the tomato in there is really bad. Tomato's not a problem, right? No, what's going on in here is really bad. What I need is all the salt stuff in there. You know, that's the problem. You're gonna get some mild dish soap. Yeah, if you could go ahead and subscribe to my Rumble, that would help a lot because then I can do these live streams a lot more because I'll be able to make money from them, right? Do a bunch of random stuff, and hopefully I will be able to not just do the RAM live streams, but start making more money. I can actually go to get unlimited high-speed data. My plan, $25 a month. The plan I have, right? I'm getting 30 gigabytes high-speed data. Right, 30 gigs. But with the there's Straight Talk, which apparently is getting a lot better reception right now. A lot better. It would be 60 gigs high speed before it's called throttle you, which is where they just cut off the speed incredibly, get really slow speed, right? So I started looking into it. It's like, okay, so they throttle you at this much, they throttle you at this much, different plans, see which one's actually unlimited, right? And there's one by T-Mobile, right? That seems to be truly unlimited. It does 5G, right? 5G, and it promises to not actually cause you a throttle or whatever, right? It promises to never throttle your data. But you have to sign a contract, of course, and I'm sure you have to sign a contract, and it's $89 a month. You know, that's before taxes, possibly fees, all that. Guess it's gonna eat potatoes tonight. I actually had an idea, right, for I don't know what you'd call it, something like a hook degorger or something like that, dehooker kind of thing, for kind of like a dehooker thing for fish, because a lot of times you get little fish and whatnot. They swallow the hook a lot of times. Gets all caught up in the throat. You can't really get into them with pliers, Kind of sucks. That happens a lot. So yeah, it happens a lot, right? So it kind of sucks in that way. Then you kind of like, how am I going to get it out of there? Because it gets really bad, especially if it's really deep in there and a really small mouth. You can barely get pliers in there. Big problem. So I thought, okay, there are little tools you can get for it kind of slides onto the line and goes in there. You push it in, it really helps break it up. So I was thinking, well, maybe I could get something like that, but they tend to be much larger, right? So then I thought, okay, so they tend to be much larger, so let's see what I can do to make it, smaller or whatever. And, yeah. Oh, shoelaces. This is something I actually need for my boots. I don't even know what's in this. Let me see. Oh, it's that jab type test. That's what that is. Actually, I had an idea on how to use this straw, right? So there are different rules depending on where you go. That's what you can use for bait. Like you can chum. Let's call them some ways you can chum, which is you put material, you break it up, and you put in like a cheesecloth or something to really help it kind of just disperse it into the water, brings in a lot of fish, right? So I thought, well, I was at the Dollar Tree and I found this ghost thing, right? And I'm looking, I'm like, well, that's about the texture of cheesecloth. Now, obviously it does not have the durability or the, it's got wire in there, that's useful. Very useful for what I need. It does not have the durability of cheesecloth, but it's got the texture more or less. So it's like, I can't use that for fishing bait, for chumming. So I guess I'll try that. I go fishing. Hopefully on Tuesday I can go fishing. I also had an idea with the straws, right? So a lot of times what people will do when they're fishing is they will combine a lure, right? Combine a lure with some kind of natural bait. So I'm thinking, okay, so I can put a little hook into the, a piece of plastic straw, and then I can maybe put some kind of bait in the straw, right in there, so it produces the scent. And then I can put something like this cheesecloth in there. It's kind of a fluttering tail, and also push it in there a little bit so it keeps the bait in there. So it's, bait that's on the fish hook, right? So it's bait on the fish hook, and a lure too to bring the action in. So it's something that really helps out a lot of ways. I'm gonna try and go ahead and put these bits of candy wrappers right in there. I open them up and see if I throw them in there, if that ends up helping to reflect light around, And we just throw them in the bottom around where the pot base is. Throw that on there. See what happens. Clean stuff out here. So I'm basically just throwing a bunch of like candy wrapper type stuff in here. We'll probably get use from. I'm gonna try and get a bunch of stuff together and whatnot. I'm just incredibly tired. As I talk to you guys, I'm seeing more and more trash around, which is bad nets there, but it's also good because I used to not notice this like at all. So that's a big thing. I used to not notice this stuff at all. So the fact that I'm noticing it is actually an improvement. Big improvement. So what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna try every day to make a lot of this protein type bread. No, obviously it's not gonna be like, I'm trying to overcook it a little so it gets real crispy. It gives a lot of the moisture out, right? And I'm gonna do what I can to have a bunch of it on hand, you know, because we have a grid down situation. It's like, well, there's this stuff lying around that's edible, right? And you know, it's not entirely shelf stable, but because it's a lot dried out, way dried out. Yeah, I do, Mr. Seal. Problem is, I see a lot of people saying, trying to get me to things. There's one guy that was on here earlier trying to make me say very, I guess you could say charged things, very adult things to say. Yeah, I don't speak English too. But I figured, well, you know, a lot of it I want to do is like multitask, where it's like, okay, so I want to do this, I want to do that, blah, blah, blah. So it's kind of like, well, why don't I do multiple things at once, you know? Encourage people to help me learn their language, while I show them cleaning and all that, you know? By the way, here's a little cheat code for you. I'm going to show it with this. It's actually something I learned, right, for cleaning, or for cleaning, potting, right? I'm actually going to use this as a backdrop to help help catch some sun. Especially for when it starts growing. For them, it'll help catch some sun. Where are my radish seeds? Okay. Back up. Here we go. Here's seeds. So I'm going to show you a little trick. It's supposed to be for when you are away from home and you're not going to be around to water your plants, right? So let me get. They said you can use paper. They say you can use like a cloth rope, like a cotton rope, right? Or paper towel. So I'm going to use a paper towel. I make it really thick bit so it will last longer. What you want to do is kind of course, bunch it up, right? But you want it to be long, long to make it have more reach, you know. Plenty of reach, although, yeah, I want it to be at full length. So then you push it in here into the soil, right? Pretty much as deep as you can get. It gets in there deep. Cover it. Let me get the seeds out. So these are old seeds. I don't trust them to germinate that well. Okay, so put a bunch in there, I guess. Put a bunch in there. Okay, so right now it's in there, all good. Blah blah blah. So now it's planted, covered, and everything, right? Maybe a little too well compacted, but time for the trick. Which I'm just gonna use this because it'll save water more. So let's go wash this out, rinse it out, and everything. No, that's so dirty. Go wash this out. I'm working on getting a bunch of these Dollar Tree for some candy. Just a little drop. So shaking it for a little bit will hopefully be able to clean it up a little bit. It'd be really great if I put something in there, scrape it, of course, but because it's just candy, which is mostly sugar-based, and sugar is water soluble, it should be enough, you know? It's not going to swish around much, so I'm going to go ahead and dump some of it so it does more something like a volatile action. I'm not sure how to describe it, but dump some of it out. Put more water in there. There's less foam, more water. Clean it all up best I can. So rinse it out real good now. Real good. And a little bit more rinsing, right? A little bit more. Okay, and there we go. There we go. Nice and rinsed out. Put a little water. And you put some cap on it. Now, of course, this is not a watertight seal. And that's why, that's a big reason you want this. Does it, see? A little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and put this cloth as paper towel in here, right? Put it in there real deep. See if there go. And this actually acts like what you'd call a wick. It just kind of pulls the water out slowly. And stays wet. Of course, the paper towel stays wet. So you move, you can't see it, of course, but there's water slowly moving from this, what would be a reservoir, basically, right? And it's slowly wetting the paper towel. And what ends up happening is it slowly kind of seeps into there, right? Goes on in. And yeah, basically what will happen is it'll help keep the soil hydrated. So as the growing medium will dry out, right? As it dries out, it will take water from the paper towel. As this end of the paper towel dries out, it will end up pulling more water from above it and above it and above it, and eventually it goes back into the reservoir. And the reservoir just keeps it keeps just sucking it out like a wick, sucking it out into the growing medium. So it basically just keeps it really damp and a steady amount of moisture. Of course, some plants need to dry out a lot. They're very susceptible to root rot, so you don't do in that case. But in this case, it really helps to regulate the amount of water you're using, help conserve it and whatnot. Because the plants will only take what they need. They take what they need, and as it takes it, it wicks out more, and it just keeps growing that way, and it conserves a lot of water. And it really helps if you have an enclosed pot container like this. It really helps prevent. It really helps to prevent what do you call it? Any kind of waterlogging and whatnot, So, getting ready for 6 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up. Put it over here in the sunlight. I'm gonna have to go to the restroom. Stick with me. Put this here. All right, I'm back. I actually wash my hands better because you're on there. I need to learn to wash my hands better, right, guys? It's disgusting. Oh, by the way, a little tip to make your money go a lot further, and I mean a lot further, right, is invest in bar soap. Start buying bar soap, right? Because it goes a lot further. Because you look at liquid soap, right? And with liquid soap, with liquid soap, they can keep putting more and more liquid in there, right? And you might not notice right away. But then it's very easy for them to dilute it further and further and further. Whereas the bar soap, that's basically one texture. So I can put more fillers in there and whatnot, but or they make it a little smaller. That's a big thing they do is make it smaller. And it just you can make it smaller, But at the end of the day, it's it'll be about the same. You can make it smaller, of course, but yeah. But yeah, you can make it smaller. Then, by the end of the day, it's gonna see basically what you've got. It's not really being diluted too much. So, big tip for you, especially in this day and age, switch to bar soap as much as you can. So I'm making some of this right now. I'm making a bunch of it where I can eat it quickly, kind of soft. But I'm also going to be making a bunch of it throughout the night that it's going to be real crisp. So it's less has less moisture in there. You know, you get less moisture, longer shelf life in case of power outage and whatnot. Oh, but by the way, I found out about so yeah, like I was saying earlier, the heating coil and whatnot. If you don't get it super hot, you could potentially if you say it's a low voltage and whatnot, it would potentially stay at a cooler temperature. And if it's at a cooler temperature, it might be hot enough to cook something with, right? So maybe about 250, especially if you had water, because water cools stuff, Some people don't know that, but water is actually a coolant because it boils, lets the heat out, right? So yeah, water helps keep it cool. So potentially you could get something that's a low voltage here from a homemade battery. And if it doesn't get too hot, say it's about 212, it won't be hot enough to, you want a little bit about 212, or else it's just not boil, right? But if you have it, let's say 300 or so, or 250, that will not be hot enough. It'll be super hot, so it can burn you and stuff. But you put it on a metal base to be sure, safe to kind of disperse it, right? But it won't be enough to set anything on fire that's wood or paper for the most part. Now, if you have something really flammable, like an accelerant, like gasoline, for example, or something like that, some kind of fuel, like an oil-based fuel, or something called, and they use in magic shows a lot, called flash paper. You never know what flash paper is. Flash paper is that thing that they just basically go all of a sudden super fast and it doesn't hurt anyone. It's because it's meant to ignite at a very low temperature and burn super fast. And I don't know how hot it tends to burn, but it's usually so brief that it doesn't actually, I guess unless you're actually holding it, chance of you getting burned is low. So keep going till 6, I guess, for about 10 minutes, so many seconds. So keep cleaning here. Keep cooking dinner and everything. Cooking up food. I think I'll invest in some kind of fat, like butter, right? So like butter, and just add that to the mix. So I can cook it, and it's more balanced. Maybe eventually add some vegetables in there. Probably not some fruit, but basically kind of just throw a bunch of stuff in there together and throw a bunch of stuff together and whatnot, and it will be more complete, So I'm gonna go rinse this off. I'll be back. So let's see what they got here. So, can you plant seeds deeper than they're supposed to? Well, it depends on the seed, of course, and how much deeper you're talking about. Like this right here, it usually says cover with a 1/4 inch, right? If you go to 1/3 of an inch, it tends to be okay. Can you go deeper, like 1/2 an inch? You're pushing it, but a lot of times you can, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get some stuff together. Excuse me. Okay, so at one moment I'll be right in the camera. I think what I'm doing, I'll be right back on so I can get back. I'm very tired. I'll be right back on in one moment. Okay, I'm probably gonna finish up real soon. Get a little bit more done, of course. Random stuff here and there. It's all wiped up. Probably gonna end the stream fairly soon. Alright, there's that bit. Actually, I should have gone ahead and put that reflective surface in there already. All right, gonna put this together real quick, and then we're gonna call it. See how it looks. All right, so that's all this mess. All right, let's go ahead and set it up. Now, I used a pill bottle. I'm going to see on everything, so it should be getting most of the chemicals out, so it should be okay. I'm going to go ahead and use a pill bottle here. And I'm going to cover my name of stuff, so. Anyway, that's what it kind of looks like here. See if I can rotate the camera. But this is what it looks like, right? There's a way to rotate. Here we go. So that's kind of what it looks like here. As you can see, there's this is gonna be a wick, right? Like John Wick. All right, well, guys, I'm gonna call it. I'll go ahead and get stuff together. Well, I've got 2 minutes. Well, whatever. Just so tired. Let me move this back up here so it's even more light, you know. Anyway, guys, I'm just tired. Turn. What the? Weird. Okay, a few more seconds, guys. Anyone got any questions? I'm just tired. Incredibly tired. Anyway, I'm thinking I'll get a lot of those Warhead candy things and just turn them into a bunch of random stuff that can be used for different things, you know. I've used the tin can lids and turned into knives, right? I don't know. Anyway, we'll just leave it with me getting some water because I'm really trying to increase my water intake. Really trying to increase it. I don't know, maybe I've got the heat cranked up too high. That's maybe part of it. No. Crank it down low. I'm gonna have to go ahead and let you go, guys. I keep working, of course. Anyways, bye.